It's RustyMoney here. This is a place of barnhouse chat, live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. So I hope you enjoy. Good day, good people. Welcome everybody. It's RustyMoney here on PlayStation Network and RustyMoney Gaming on YouTube. We are back here with another episode of the Off-Grid Dairy Challenge, created by myself and shared in my Facebook group, Farming Simulator Challenges, and in my Discord channel as well. So welcome to the Off-Grid Dairy Challenge here on a modded map for Farming Simulator 22 here on PlayStation 5 on this map called Osada. This map is a beautiful map, everybody. If you've never played it, it's got small to bigger fields, and the map is supposed to be getting an update, I think, here soon, and it will have even large, really large fields on it, I think, in the update. So, yeah, we are here with another episode of the Off-Grid Dairy Challenge. As you can see, our money is down to $12,466, and we are in the first day of July. We have one field back at our off-grid dairy farm ready to harvest, so hopefully we can get to that. We just are trying to wrap up a couple of cultivating contracts here. I had done a lot of grass contracts off camera, got ourselves a bunch more silage in the fermenting silo, as well as a bunch of silage stored in my silo. So I have quite a bit I could sell, but I'm going to hang on to it till the price is really good to sell silage. And we might sell a load or two in this episode. We'll just see what we all get done. I want to get this cultivating contract done and another one as well. And as you can see, everybody, this is the John Deere Gator from the John Deere Gator pack that I'm using here to cultivate this field, as well as the attachment called the Harrow 5. And if you can see down there in the bottom right hand corner, you can see that we are cultivating this field with this John Deere Gator at over 20 miles an hour. And we don't have any known fast farming attachments hooked up to this. We just have the Gator itself, and then the 3-point hitch attachment for the Gator, and our Harrow 5 hooked up to this, and we are fast farming with the Gator. How cool is that? I didn't know that we could do this. So we're going to look in the store here, and I'm just going to show you the work speed of this Harrow 5. So let's look in the store here really quick. We're going to put a worker on this while we look in the store. So let's hire a worker to do some of this. And into the store, if we go into tools to cultivators, I believe is where this is at. We go down to the end of my list to the Harrows 5, and we open that up. You can see that it has a 9 mile an hour working speed and requires 31 horsepower to pull it. And you can add tires to it, but I would suggest not adding the tires because I had the tires added when I purchased this, and the cultivator itself would not lower into the ground. I took the tires off and it lowers into the ground and will cultivate the field without the tires. But with the tires, I have found it doesn't work very well. And then you can change your main color to any one of these and your design color to any one of these here. And it only costs you $1,800. But if we take those tires off, it's only going to be $1,600. Now, if we look at the gator, we can see the gator in vehicles, and if we go to cars, our gator right here that I am using is this 6x4, and it does go 31 miles an hour. So that is a good thing. It goes at a pretty good, decent speed. So, yeah. And then the 3-point attachment for that is in tools, and I think it's in miscellaneous, probably. Let's look here. 3-point lifter right here. As you can see, that's what we got attached onto our gator right now. And you can change the main color to any one of these right here. So that is what we've got going on in this episode right now is our John Deere Gator fast farming with that little Harrow 5. Because the little Harrow 5 is only supposed to be at a work speed of 9 miles per hour. So that is really cool. And it's got a decent cover width to it too. And as you can see here, the worker is even fast farming. It's at 16 miles an hour right now because it's going uphill. But once it gets turned around and goes downhill, we will see it go up over 20 miles an hour. So let's watch him turn around here. And you will see it will be going at a really good clip as well. And we are just about done with this contract, if not done already. I didn't see what that last little pop-up was. It was probably the progress of the contract. So you can see now it's at 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Isn't that just cool? Alright, we'll cancel the worker there. Let's get back on this ourselves and do this. So this is paying us just over $1,000. We're at 93% complete. And then we're gonna go hammer out another cultivating contract really quick, and then we're going to lease a harvester so we can harvest our field back at our off-grid dairy farm. The other things that have occurred here since the last recorded video is we've done some live streams and our cows have reproduced. We did a bunch of contracts, probably bought some other equipment since the last recorded episode, but I can't really remember what we all had then and what we have now. Alright, so let's raise that and fold it up and collect on this contract. $1,648. We'll take that. Now we're going to go do one for $1,580 at field 71. Alright, so let's go to field 71. And that is over above the store, it looks like. Over west of the store. So let's go that direction. So I hope everybody's doing well. We're recording this late night on Monday. And I don't know when I'm going to put it public yet. Haven't done a lot of... Whoa! Oh. Okay. We should pay attention to what we're doing. Haven't done a lot of videos lately, so I was kind of thinking about if I get this recorded and edited and stuff, we would put it up public on Tuesday, but I think I'll probably do this public Wednesday. So you might see this on Wednesday instead. And if you're currently watching it, I hope you enjoy this episode and what we have done here with the Off-Grid Dairy Challenge. Alright, now our field should be over here, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be over there, kind of behind our... Ooh, okay, we can't go no further there. So, where do we need to go to get to that field? We might need to go around the honey place, the honey farm. So let's go around the honey farm here. And the field we need is right back here. So we're gonna do the cultivating of this field here really quick. Spend a little bit more time here with you. Then we're gonna get a harvester and harvest up our field. So yeah, things are going really well in this challenge. Trying to move it along so we can get on over to some other new game content for Farming Simulator 22. As if you weren't aware, I just recently got a PlayStation 5. So right now, currently, we are playing the PS4 version of FS22 on the PlayStation 5, so I can finish out my challenges I was doing on the PlayStation 4 version. And then we will be moving over everything to PS5 and starting fresh with new content. And one of our first, well, I shouldn't say it's going to be the first, but one of our first contents, new content that will be on the PS5 version of FS22 will actually be a new recorded series on Chainsaw Valley. But I need to finish my survival roleplay on Fruling called The Days of Farming first before we move into that one. And then I think what I'm going to do, everybody, is the No Tractor Challenge is going to remain kind of at a stalemate right now, as Maple Farm, where I was doing the No Tractor Challenge, received a very nice, large update. And I want to play that map in the No Tractor Challenge with the new update, and it does require a new game save. So I think what I'm going to do with the No Tractor Challenge is I'm going to, of course, complete that challenge and get back on it, but instead of updating it on PlayStation 4 version of FS22, we are going to go ahead and move the No Tractor Challenge on Maple Farm over to the PS5 version on the new PS5. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That would give me plenty of time to kind of rebuild what I had going on Maple Farm off camera and get it up to the current state as to what it was in the last video or live stream on Maple Farm, because I can't remember if I did a video or live stream last, what we left that with. So yeah, we're gonna move No Tractor Challenge on Maple Farm over to the PS5 version of FS22 on the PS5. So our first two game saves on the PS5 for Farming Simulator 22 will be Chainsaw Valley and Maple Farm. So we need to focus now on finishing up the Off-Grid Dairy Challenge and the Build It Challenge and the Days of Farming and a Baker's Dozen. Now, what I also was considering, everybody, is also moving a Baker's Dozen challenge on Calmlands over to the PS5 version of FS22. Biggest reason for that is slot counts, as I will have a lot more room in slot count doing the Baker's Dozen challenge, where I'm gonna be creating 3 farms from the family history and turning the Baker's Dozen on Calmlands into the next Let's Play called Grandpa's Farm. So, I would like to hear everybody's comment in regards to that. If you could leave a comment in the comment section underneath this episode, and let me know what you think about that idea, or if you would, send me a message in Discord. But I'm considering on also moving Calmlands and the Baker's Dozen over to the PS5 version of FS22. So then the only things we would have on PS4 version of FS22 to get finished up would be the Build It Challenge on No Man's Land, this Off-Grid Dairy Challenge on Osada, and then I believe the only other one is my Days of Farming series on Fruling. I'm pretty sure that is it, because I am also just doing the No Tractor Challenge on Maple Farm. I think that's all of them. So yeah, I'm considering on doing that, moving Baker's Dozen on Calmlands over to the PS5 version of FS22. I think it would be a big benefit to what is going to happen on the Baker's Dozen on Calmlands if I move it over to the PS5 version of FS22. So I'm seriously thinking about just doing that. So it's going to take some time for that series as well. So let's raise that up and fold it up, and we're going to go over to the farm. So let's collect on that contract. Alright, sweet. We're up to $15,599. Alright, so let's go take this back to the farm, and then we need to lease a harvester to harvest our field. I think it's a field of wheat, I think. Our other field, we had harvested that in, I think it was a live stream. So now we're going to harvest our other field, their second field up there at the off-grid dairy farm. And then I think then our next harvest will be once we get to our sunflower field and our sugar beet field. So things that are moving along here pretty good. And like I said, I got lots of silage. I'll just show you what we got going on for silage once we get up here to the farm. We also now have, I think, 12 cows. Because I think I had bought 6 and then they reproduced, I think. We'll have to look at that. I can't remember if they have reproduced or they were about to. I think they have. So, okay, let's put this over here for right now out of the way. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to put it right here for right now. We're going to hop out of there and let's take a look. So here we are with our cows here on the off-grid farm, and we do have 12 Holsteins now. We have over 9,000 liters of milk. I have not sold any of the milk. That is everything that we have produced since we started with our original 6. And then our debt in this challenge. I paid down $20,000 in debt, so we have $180,000 left in debt to pay. We were at $200,000. And let's see. So yeah, our other field, we got 8,564 liters of barley off of it. Now, I'm pretty sure this other field that we're going to harvest is wheat. And then if we go down here, you will see we got some seeds in our silo, over 2,000 liters. We have 147,000 liters of silage on the off-grid dairy farm right now. So a lot of silage we can sell, and I think that is it. Oh, we got just over 2,000 liters of fertilizer in our silo, and 1,000 liters of lime, and that's it. So now we need to get a harvester so we can harvest our wheat field. So we're going to lease a harvester, and we need to check and see what we have on lease, because I think the only thing we should have on lease, I think if I remember right, is this modded baler right here, this Pottinger baler. And I got my my grain wagon and silage wagon over here. We got some other bales I haven't put in my silo yet. And then our bale trailer over here. And a cool thing about this bale trailer, everybody, that I did not know that I discovered in my last live stream was this bale trailer also auto loads. And that bale trailer, really quick in the store, is, let's go to tools and we'll go to bale loaders. And it's this one right here, the Lizard 8 bale trailer. As you can see, it originally cost $3,500, but the auto load configuration is at standard. Well, if we move that to auto load, it adds $2,990. So you can buy a cheap auto load trailer for $6,490, and it will auto load 8 bales on it. It works great. So just wanted to show you that. All right, so now we need to lease our harvester. The rest of the equipment that you see we own. So let's just verify what we have on lease. What we have on lease is just this Pottinger baler right now. So I can lease 2 more things, as we can only have 3 things on lease at a time in this challenge. So let's go lease ourselves a harvester. And I was gonna lease this one, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and spend a little extra and get this little bit bigger one right here. So we're gonna lease this New Holland for $2,805. And then we need to lease the header. And it's going to cost us $1,020. So we're going to get that picked up and brought over to the farm, and we'll see you back here at the farm. Alright, welcome back everybody. Well, we are over here now harvesting out our wheat field here at the off-grid dairy farm. So see how many liters of wheat we get here. And then we can move on to our next bit of what I'd like to get done here. Now, we're going to keep this straw. And what I usually do with straw is I like to take the straw to the manure factory, because you can take 1,000 liters of straw to the manure factory and change it into 3,000 liters of manure. So you are getting 1,000, you're gonna give and get 3,000. So yeah, you give the manure factory 1,000 liters and it's gonna give you 3,000. So really nice. I love the manure factory. I know I've talked about it several times, but the important part about the manure factory is you gotta make sure you have Missy B slurry yard, because Missy B slurry yard and the mod hub pays really well for manure. And you can make anywhere from $600 probably to $800. That's the prices I have seen anyway, per 1,000 liters. But we don't have the manure factory, we don't have Missy B slurry yard, but we do have the Hessian Farm fermenting silo that takes straw. So we will put all this straw in our fermenting silo and change it into silage and sell it, and add this to what we have in our silo currently for silage. And we have some bales of silage over there as well. Now, I could keep some of that silage and feed it to my cows, which in reality, that's what I want to do once I get more established here. I also would like to build up that money and buy another piece of land. And the land that I'm considering buying is a piece of property over here in the forest. because then I can take all the trees off of it and make some money off those trees. So, yeah, I'm really thinking about getting a piece of this forest, and it's not really expensive, although I could use that money for a lot of other things. And in these challenges that I create, I make stages to the challenge, and there's nothing that states you have to do the stages in order. The only reason that there is stages in the challenges that I have been creating for the last 6 months or more now is because it was mentioned by a member of the Facebook group that maybe we should try and create challenges with different stages in them. So then a person doesn't feel like they have to be stuck on a map for so long. Because there is a lot of people that like to map jump. So they'll play a map for a little while and then they'll jump to another map. They don't like to be stuck forever. So that's why in all the challenges I create now, I make stages to the challenges. So that way you still can do the challenge, but you don't have to do the entire challenge that I create. You could just do stages 1 and 2 and not do the final stage, which is usually 3. Or you could just do stage 1 and move on to a different map and challenge. So yeah, there's nothing that says you have to do them in order, just as long as you finish the challenge by completing all of the stages in the challenge. So I want to get this harvested here and then move all this straw into the fermenting silo. And yeah, and getting back to the property, I want to buy a piece of this, another piece of this forest land, and it costs about $77,000. So, actually, if I did have that much money, I could buy the farm on the map, which I think costs 70,000. Or no, not the farm. I think it's the dairy. The dairy production point that we need to purchase costs 70,000, if I remember correctly. So I could use that money if I get that much money for that, but I really think that I'll probably expand this farm here before I focus on buying the cow farm or buying the dairy production point on the map. Alright, now we are full, so we need to empty out our harvester here. And then get moving. So let's get our little Rigi Trac and our trailer, and we will get some crop out of that harvester. So let's take our Rigi Trac here, and we need to grab our trailer, and we need to customize this back to grain trailer. Right now it's at a forage trailer. Customization. So let's go down here and change this trailer up. That should work. Close enough to our toolbox, I think. We want to customize this thing. That will work right there. Okay, now we'll go and load our harvester. Whoops. That's right, it unhooks it. It unhooks it after you hit the customize. So you gotta hook things back up. Alright, so I think we will jump cut this just a little bit here. So let's get this unloaded, and we will finish out this harvest, and we'll bring you back in towards the end of this harvest. We'll see what we end up with here in our wheat field for crop. So, yeah, we'll be right back with you all here shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we have got the harvest of the wheat done here. We ended up with just over 7,000 liters, but we have that there still in the wagon hooked up to the little Rigi Trac tractor, so we'll show you that. But wanted to go ahead and get this straw harvest done, as we still had our baler on lease, and we still only have 3 items on lease. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn this straw to bales, and then I can move my bales into my silo and change it to loose product then, and then move it to my Hessian farm fermenting silo. Alright, so we have the bales done. Oops. There we go. Now let's fold that up. I'll put this away. We'll put the baler over here by the harvester. I'm going to keep that harvester on lease for a little bit, just in case we get a harvest contract in. About all the other things I need to do, or would need to do, I have equipment for now. So we're sitting pretty good. Let's unhook that right there. We'll put this in the shed for now. Alright, now let's go see what we got for wheat in here. We got 7,765 liters, and I'm going to go ahead and put that in my silo and keep the wheat for now. I was thinking about getting chickens at some point, but right now I'm not going to get any chickens. We're going to put that in the silo there, and then sell that wheat and barley that we have when the price is right. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and hook up to our bale loading wagon, pick up those bales, put them in my silo, and then we will move that straw into the fermenting silo. So I should go over here actually, and we can customize this back to the forage wagon then. Let's do that really quick. Customize this back to that right there. Okay, and we'll leave it there. Oops, don't want to hook it up. Let's get our bale trailer and go pick up our straw bales. I think we ended up with like 7 or 8. So see what we got there. We can get them in our silo then. Oops. Just knock those bales around. Alright, now we should be operating position. There we go. Sweet. See, look how good that works. Works really well, and I had no idea this trailer even auto-loaded, because in FS19 there was a trailer like this, and I'm not sure if it's the same one by the same modder, but anyway, in FS19 it was more for, manual stack. You'd have to manually stack the bales on here. Alright, so now let's go put these 7 bales in my silo. And then we'll move that loose straw then over to the fermenting silo. This was just kind of a cheeky way to get this to loose straw without having to either use a loading wagon to pick up the straw or a feed mixer. Now let's move these in there. Sweet. All right. That should be all ready. Okay, now let's put this over here out of the way. We'll drop it right there. Okay, now let's move that straw to the fermenting silo now. Now we can make some more silage then to get lots more money. Alright, now let's load up all that straw in here. And then we can just see what we got now for straw in here actually. Okay. Straw. We ended up with 35,023 liters. Well, ain't that something? That's gonna be nice. Another 35,000 liters of silage here very soon. Alright, so now we will then put this over in our fermenting silo and get it turned back on. I need to get that field fertilized and reworked and figure out what crop we're going to put in there. What I think I might do actually is considering on plowing those two fields together. Now that we got our first harvest in. It's what I was thinking about doing anyway. I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna do that. So either way, we need to decide what crop we could put in there. And that's why I put grass in the other field, was just in case I decided to plow them together. It wasn't much of a real bad loss. Load this last little bit up here and move it over to our fermenting silo. Sweet. Okay, and we're at $11,778. We could look and see if we got any more contracts, which I don't think we probably do. Alright, let's dump this in there. Okay, let's look at the production. And we'll turn that back on. As you can see, we got 70,000 liters of silage in there right now, which is part of that 147,000 that we have. So we'll activate that and get ourselves 105,000 liters of silage will be in there now. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna just, let's see, we could turn that around actually. Let's turn that around. We'll just leave this under the silo here. Alright, let's put the tractor in the, tractor in the shed. Then we need to fertilize that that field there. We better get that out of the way. So we got to get to the fertilizer box for the gator. Alright, we need to put this somewhere. Let's go ahead and we'll back this up on the other side of this other little tipper trailer over here against the cattle fence. I'm going to drop it right there. And I think, you know what, we'll just go ahead and put this 3-point link attachment right here too. We don't need that. We need the fertilizer one right now. Let's hook that up. There we go. Alright, now let's go fertilize our field really quick. Alright, then we're going to have to mulch this. And we do have the proper equipment to do that. We just need to customize our John Deere mower to make it a mulcher. Oops, we're missing some of the edge there. Get this fertilized and then get it mulched and have it ready for new crop. I'm missing some of the edge here. This is throwing the fertilizer across the edge, but it doesn't exactly reach the edge of the field, so you kind of got to overlap a little bit to make sure you get everything. But still a really nice way to fertilize fields, especially on a map where you would have a little bit smaller fields, because this thing doesn't use a lot of fertilizer at all. You can cover a lot of ground before you run out of 1,000 liters of fertilizer in this little thing. And it doesn't really use up the lime that fast either. For its capacity anyway. Alright, now we have been discussing, you know, what I all was planning to possibly do with my current content for the channel, as I have just got a PS5 now. So I'm contemplating on moving a baker's dozen calm lands over to the PS5 version of FS22 on the PS5. But then I realized, you know what the thing to do might be? Is keep it on the PS4 version, but build a replica on the PS5 version, and then I could have it all laid out as to what I want Grandpa's farm map to look like for the challenge on the PS4 side. So I think that's what I'm actually going to do. I think that might be the better way to think about it all. Okay, let's put this back in here. Alright, now we get our, whoops, I don't want that. Get our rigid track here. And we will get that field mulched. Now, we also need to consider if we're going to get any more contracts, or if I go into the next day. Now, I'm not sure we'll make it into the next day in this episode, because I did a lot of talking towards the beginning. I didn't do any time-lapse stuff or anything like that. Let's customize the mower here. Change this to mulcher. Okay, there we go. Then we can get that field mulched. Have that done. And we can decide what I'm going to do with the field. Okay, now let's mulch this up. Sweet. We're just moving along here on the off-grid dairy farm here on Osada. We're doing really well. Time-wise, we're getting really close to our time limit here. Hopefully we can get this done. I might put a worker on this, so we might go sell a load of silage. Also check and see if we got any contracts available. Come on. Pull, baby. Pull, 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 pull. Might need to put the other tractor on this. Thought we'd be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think it'll work out. But, you know, this little Rigi tractor that we got here in this challenge has already got 18.8 hours on it. I've done a lot of work with this thing. It's been a great tractor for this challenge because it's got a lot more power than it says it's got. Or it knows it has. And then, hopefully, by the time you have watched this episode, we will now have my PS5 hardwired and not off Wi-Fi anymore. Because the wife and I are planning to go out of town tomorrow on Tuesday and do a little shopping. And I think I'm gonna, well, not think, I know I'm gonna try and buy some Ethernet cable and get it hooked up. So hopefully by the time you see this episode, we will be hardwired now and be able to hopefully have better live streams with live streams that have less disconnection. That's what I hope will be the result. Alright, now can we reach this all the way across? Ooh, yes we can. Look at that right there. And we're about to our time limit. Okay, let's go customize this back to the mower then. And we need to take a look at a couple of things. Let's change that back to the mower. Okay, we got that. Alright, now let's go put this away and take a look at what crops are available to plant right now in the ground, which I don't think there's much opportunity for anything really great other than doing some grass, which I thought about doing. I thought about putting grass in there and then doing a harvest off of each one of those fields and then plow them together. That's what I've also thought about doing. Alright, so let's put this in the shed here. Alright, let's just take a look. Alright, so planting capabilities right now. Poplar, grass, and oilseed radish. So I need to give that some consideration. Contracts. Do we have any of no contracts right now? So I think what we'll do is hop in this tractor and I'm gonna sell one load of silage to get myself a little bit of money. So before I go to do that though, I think what we'll do, everybody, is I'm gonna Yeah, no, let's just do that. Let's get a load of silage out of here. And just see about going to sell this. Alright, well, let's go sell this bit of silage up at the sell everything location and see what we end up with. So we'll see you up there. Alright, welcome back everybody. Well, let's sell this. See what we get. Now, I was also thinking that what was I thinking? A little over $5,000 there. All right, so I think that's going to end this episode, everybody. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop us a tasty one on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. And don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all your friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But from myself, Rusty Money, we will see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one.